This video sprang out of my heart in direct response to my son, who is turning 15 and going through the teenage grappling of what is he going to do with the rest of his life. And I thought this applies to all ages. Enjoy. The first thing I want you to know is that you are not alone. You are not alone in your feeling of being lost, without purpose, not knowing what to do with your life. It is so normal. So many people feel that way, that I want you to know that, but truly know that in your heart. So many of us, myself included, at the age of 46, we still have no idea what we are here to do, what our purpose is. And I would like to present to you this idea that perhaps the very notion of finding your purpose is just that, a notion. It's just an idea that might serve some people at certain times and points in their lives, but if it's not serving you, throw that idea away and don't pick it back up again until you think it might serve you. If the idea of seeking and trying to find this magical, mystical, grand, big purpose with a capital P for your life, if that is making you miserable, if it's making you feel depressed, like a loser, quote unquote, because everyone else seems to have their purpose and you don't, then just drop that whole idea. You actually can. This idea is just being perpetuated on social media, and it's because we can now see the lives of so many people at a mere click, at a mere push of a button, and we see all these great and grand and grandiose things that they are doing. And sure, some of what they are doing is amazing. And retrospectively, they look back on what they've done and they say, oh, that was my purpose. That was my life's mission. And then we who have more simple and humble lives look at that and think, gee, I don't have a purpose. What is my purpose? There's also a lot of blogs and podcasts and YouTube videos and life coaching courses and life coaches that claim that they will help you find your purpose. But what if your purpose is simply to be here on earth as yourself? And that's it. And that you can do almost anything and choose almost any path. And that could be your life's purpose simply because you called it your life's purpose. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it is a wonderful idea if you have nothing going on and you need some kind of a focus or a goal, then that's great. Take something on if it feels helpful to you to call it a purpose or a mission, then that is great. If that can give you direction, if it can funnel your energies and your creativity, then by all means, use the idea of a purpose. But I beg you, I say to you, it is just an idea. It is just an idea, and you don't have to take it on. Too many people nowadays are feeling depressed, stressed, and useless and worthless because they feel that their very simple, humble, beautiful lives lack meaning. And I'm here to tell you that where you are right now is great, it's fine, it's okay. None of us have to go on to achieve great things. If you do, that's fantastic. It's fantastic. But you don't have to. You are perfectly allowed to just live a normal, simple, humble existence, and that is okay. We can't all be the Elon Musks and the Oprahs and the, I don't know who else is doing great things, Jeff Bezoses of the world. We need those people, but we also need the cashiers, the street cleaners, the house mom, the housewife, the granny, the auntie. We all need everyone in every single role. We need housekeepers and nannies and gardeners and, I don't know, waitresses and waiters. We can't all be famous actors and actresses. We need everyone, and wherever you are in your life right now, if you feel like you are lacking purpose, just look around you, at the people around you, and see if you can just serve them in some small way. If you are in a family system, you're living with your parents, with your brothers, your cousins, your aunties, whoever you're living with, even if you're living in student digs with a whole lot of students, could you just make all of their days a little bit better? Could you make their lives a little bit easier by tidying up, doing the dishes, doing a chore, helping them, smiling at them, hugging them, bringing them a cup of tea. These small, tiny little acts of love, kindness, and service can do so much. It can spread so much joy and warmth just in your small circle. And what if that was your purpose? Now, I'd like to share with you an example to just illustrate that purpose and meaning can be found in small acts and how it can impact somebody else. I recently went through a little bit of a crisis when YouTube took one of my videos down, saying that it was against their community guidelines and that it was kind of in the realm of promoting an eating disorder. And it definitely was not. I've listened to my video over and over and over again, and my video is beautiful, but anyway, it got taken down. I suddenly felt deflated and lost, and I started to question, why am I on YouTube? What am I doing here? What is my actual purpose? This isn't my purpose. This feels like I'm doing it all for nothing. And I was pretty down in the dumps. And then I made a video talking about that, and I put that video up, seeing as my other one, which was all about my weight loss journey, that one was taken down. And I shared my feelings, my vulnerabilities, and I was flooded with positive messages from all my viewers. And I thought to myself, you know, these people have actually uplifted me with something as simple as a comment. Each person that took the time to write me a supportive, positive, and uplifting comment has actually made a big difference to my day, to my mental health, to my feelings. They have boosted me and really touched my heart. And I keep thinking, what if that is part of their purpose? You know, it doesn't matter all these great, grandiose things. Well, it does. I mean, we need these people to build rocket ships and do great things, but it's these small little acts of human kindness that really count. And no one would look back and say, well, I was so kind to this person, and then I was a little bit nice to that person, and I smiled at that person today, and that is how I know I'm living my life's purpose. And so I feel like we tend to forget all the small, normal, daily acts that actually enrich our lives and the lives of the people that we come across, that we come in contact with. We forget how meaningful these little acts and actions can be. And I don't want you to forget it. If you're feeling lost and like you have no purpose, I say again, just throw that whole idea out of the window. Just throw it away. I want to say to you something that I heard Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of Eat, Pray, Love, say, and it stuck with me, and it's so beautiful. She says that love writes to her and tells her, because she writes these letters from love to herself, but love itself says, you cannot get this wrong, sweetheart, meaning you cannot do life wrong. There is nothing that you can get wrong. You just are. You are here. And I think that that is a message we all need to hear more of. We need the counterbalance to this constant striving and seeking for greatness. Yes, it's wonderful to build a business, to be wealthy, to do seminars and talks and change millions of lives and to change the world and to fight climate change and to go and rescue stray animal, whatever it is that you think could be a grand purpose. These things are wonderful. But what if you didn't chase a purpose and you ended up doing something, and then looking back, you thought, oh wow, I've actually made a difference. I made a difference here. So you don't need to go and chase it. Just be in your life. Be fully in your life and just take the next right step for you. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Please, 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 please. This is something I would tell my son. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't compare your life to anyone else's life. Don't compare your financial situation to anyone else. You need to live your life the way it feels genuine and right for you. And you need to come to terms and acceptance and place of peace with what is. You cannot change who you are. You cannot change the circumstances that surrounded your birth. These are things that just happened. For example, what I mean by that is that you cannot change what country you were born into, what parents you were born to, what family you were born into. You cannot change the era that you were born into. And so many of these things do play a huge role in how and who you are. So many influences on you have already happened to you and have molded you and formed you. And you kind of have choice, but you also kind of have less choice than you think because of all these factors and influences that have converged to produce this beautiful being that is you. A unique being for sure, but you don't have to seek out greatness and specialness. Just be the fullest expression of you. And if you enjoy certain things, you have certain talents, it doesn't even matter if you are the greatest at that thing. Just do it. Do it for the love, for the fun, for the passing of the time. It's also perfectly okay to just waste time. Just waste your time. Doodle, sing, dance, laugh, bake, cook, hug, I don't know, go for a walk. We don't always have to be striving and pushing and making and doing and building and leaving a legacy and creating these big dramatic things. You can also just waste time. Just be, just breathe, just doodle, just meditate, take a bath, all the simple things. I would just like to remind you that it is okay, and you are actually more loved than you realize. You are loved by the universe, and I know it feels woo-woo to say that. You are loved by me, and I know I don't know who you are, but you have meaning and purpose simply because you were born. And I know that for a fact because I'm a mother to a child, and I look at him and I know undoubtedly that he has meaning and purpose simply because he exists. He is here on planet Earth at this point in time, and there is no way he doesn't have a meaning and a purpose. His very life means that he has meaning and purpose because he is here. And that is all I want you to know, is that you are here. Just be in your life as fully present as possible. That is the greatest gift you could give to those around you, and it is the greatest gift you can give to yourself. So let's just throw away this big lofty idea of purpose and let's just get on with our lives. I love you all. I hope that this video was helpful. I will see you and chat to you in the next video. Bye.